Okay.
camera.
Yes,
I know. Alright, what?
today we will be interviewing Molly Muktakeshi. My name is Annie Cheng,
And I'm Christine.
and this is our guest interviewee, Molly. And we will start now.
Okay, the first question. To introduce yourself, what country were you born and raised in?
What country was I born in?
Yeah.
India.
And how long were you there for?
I think I was 25 years living over there before I came here.
Wow. And how was your childhood like over there?
Childhood like over there, like it depends. My childhood was pretty better than a lot other kids, um, because my family was much more well off than the other general population.
Mhm.
So it was pretty good. My parents were both doctors, and most of my schooling life I was in boarding, and it was a pretty nice boarding. I'm very glad I went to a boarding school.
So, if you're not in boarding school, is education normally free?
No.
No?
No. No education in any of the cultures is free. I think none of the low economic cultures have free education, except for if it is a government school, which almost is not good. So nobody wants to go to government school. Somebody from a middle class to a higher class in a society in India do not want to go to a government school.
So do they just not go to school?
No, they do. If they can afford, they all go to school. If they cannot afford, then they do go to government schools. And those, I think there is no one who does not go to school nowadays. Even the tribal missionaries go to school nowadays.
Oh. And is your family big or small?
Well, I belong to a nuclear family system. So I have my mom, dad, and my younger sister, and me, myself.
Oh. Do you do you have aunts and uncles?
Yeah, we all live pretty close to each other. We used to be a joint family, but then everybody's family started outgrowing the number of rooms in the house. So we all separated, and also that everybody got transferred different places because of jobs and stuff. So they all had to move out. And now we all have homes very close by to each other, but we have different household systems.
Oh. So before that, families, how many generations would live in a house?
2 to 3 generations.
Wow, that's really cool.
2 to 3 generation, and sometimes 4th generation, which would be the young toddlers.
Did you get to experience any of that, or did you, with your generation?
Yeah, I had some memories of that experience, because when I was probably 3 years old or 4 years old, my parents moved out because there were a lot of people and too much chaos in the house, and my aunt also had young kids, and they needed to take a nap in the afternoon, and there would be so many people talking and roaming around and chirping around that no kids would be able to sleep ever. So that's how everybody moved out.
And I was gonna ask what your parents did for a living. So your parents were doctors?
Yeah, my parents are doctors.
Or what about your grandparents and aunt and uncle?
Well, like I said, my family was a bit more well off than the rest of the people. So most of my uncle aunties, none of my aunties were working. My parental side, my father's side family, they were all housewives, but their husbands, like my uncles, they would be in the government jobs. Some of them would be higher up in the higher ranks in the bureaucracy. And my father has 2 brothers, and they would be my father himself is a doctor, and his younger brother, my uncle, is an income tax commissioner. So he's in a big post over there, and his wife is a housewife, but my mom's working. So
you say your family's well off, though. The majority of the people, what kind of jobs do people usually have?
Well, in India, you can either be well off if you have a business and have too much money coming in, or either you are in a bureaucracy, like let's say you are in a higher up office of let's say you're a commissioner or you're on a very important post, or if you're a doctor, a lawyer,
Okay.
like that, then
Special.
yeah,
Yeah.
specialty jobs are the only profession which give you some well-off salaries in India.
And like, what is a typical home in India? Like, is it similar to houses here?
No, these are cardboard houses. India, sorry, India has brick houses. India has brick and cement houses, solid homes. Like in Greece, you have brick and cemented and then plastered homes, solid ones. That's how India has houses, and those houses are well, what should I say? Those houses are very highly, nicely ventilated and are very nicely secured with bars on every window, like here.
Bars on the
Yeah,
window?
yeah. Because if you have
nice-
nets like here, anybody can like barge into your house like this and then break into your house and steal your TV, fridge, laptop, or whatever. So there are like iron bars on the windows. That's just how it is.
Is it like, how many rooms does a typical house have? It just
Number of
depends on
rooms.
the family.
Yeah, it depends on the family, but typically a good Indian house has to have 3 to 4 rooms. Otherwise, it's not considered a good house. Unless it doesn't have 3 to 4 rooms, it's not considered a good house.
So like the poorer people in India, do they have like houses made out of bricks too? Same
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Everyone has brick houses.
Everybody
That's why
has.
you're like, our houses are cardboard.
Yeah, these are cardboard houses.
Well, what's the difference between a wealthy home and a poor home? Like, is there a difference
Number
in
of
how it's
staffs
structured?
working in the house?
Oh, staff?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I was raised with chauffeurs.
Wow, that sounds so nice.
Yeah, if you want luxurious life, go to India.
Seriously.
We had one cook. All my life we had a maidservant just for us girls because we were just 2 sisters, and we had I had like a nanny kind of maid for me all my life because my parents were doctors, so they were all the time outside working. So she would take care of my medicine time, she would take care of my meal time, she would help me with homeworks and stuff. I had a tutor especially coming in for me, and
You had
we had 3 cars and 2 chauffeurs in the house, and then we had a gardener. Then we had plenty of staffs for my mom's clinic, which was just attached to the house.
Oh, it was. She was working right. Oh.
But then she also was a teacher in a government medical college. So she was also in a government job, and as well as she also had her private clinic.
Yeah.
So private practicing was also there.
What kind of doctors were your parents?
My mom is a gynecologist and my dad is an anesthetist.
Oh. Are you planning to be a doctor?
No.